Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have not posted in a very long time, but it has sort of been an uneventful summer. I mean, I've been at home the entire summer. I have not really left, been working, doing schoolwork. That's pretty much it. But today I wanted to do a little bit of a kind of update what I'm doing now, but also I wanted to look back on like the beginning of the year last year, because this week a year ago is the time that I arrived in Norway and started going to school and arrived in Finnsnes and all of that. I'm getting all these Snapchat memories and just like pictures that I'm looking at from like a year ago today, which is interesting to see. So I just wanted to do kind of like a little recap on the beginning of my year there and talk about that a little bit, talk about what I'm doing now. But I just wanted to update you guys because I have not been posting videos. So here is a little look back at what I was doing a year ago this week. So I left Arizona on August 14th. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning, but I had to take a flight to New York. And in New York, I stayed there for like a day and a half. We had just kind of like an orientation kind of thing. We went over like AFS rules, everything like that. And then I took a flight with all of the other people who were going to Scandinavian countries. So it was Norway, Sweden, and Finland. We all flew together to Finland, and that is the flight that me and Sarah, which I mentioned her in a few videos like at the beginning of last year, that's when we became really good friends, just on the flight from New York to Finland. So it was just like an 8-hour flight. I remember not sleeping at all. We just talked the entire time, which was super fun. And then I never got to see Sarah after that because she went to Finland, I went to Norway, but we've been keeping in contact, which is super cool. I think that was like the first part of my little trip. And then from Finland, all of us Norwegian people, I think there were 6 of us, 6 or 7 of us, we all flew to Norway and we flew to Oslo. And then from there, we got on a bus. I want to say it was like a 2-hour bus ride outside of Oslo. We stayed at like a hotel, all of the AFS kids who had just gotten there, and we had this camp for about 3 days. So I got a Snapchat memory a year ago today was like our last night at this camp, and it was super fun because we did like a talent show. A lot of just people from different countries were performing whatever they wanted to do. So I have memories from that, and I remember it was super cold already, and it was the middle of August, and I was like, what is this weather? And little did I know it would only get worse from there, the weather, but I survived. But I just remember it was super cold. I didn't know what people were saying, so I was like, what did I get myself into? And by the second day of the camp, I remember I got really close with Stina and Even, and me and Even got really lucky because we were in the same region. We were only like an hour and a half away from each other, which was a really big blessing because I don't know what I would do without her last year. So yeah, that's when I made a few of my really good friends. And then the 3rd day at that camp, we went to the Oslo airport and flew to our hometowns. I had to take a flight up to Finnsnes because obviously it's like a 1.5 hour, 2-hour flight. We got to the airport, and that's where I met Britt and Truls. They were already in Oslo, so they just decided to take the same flight from Oslo to Bardufoss, which is the airport nearest to Finnsnes. So we took that plane together, and so that's when I first met them, was in the Oslo airport. And we had like seats next to each other on the plane, which was nice. And I remember flying over Finnsnes, and there was still snow on the mountains from like the last winter, and I was like, what is this? Like, why is there still snow? I was very concerned because it was August and there was snow. Once again, I ended up surviving through the weather. And then we drove to Finnsnes, and that's when I met Anetta and just like saw the house and everything. And that was, I remember that was a Sunday night that we got into Finnsnes, and then I had school Monday morning at 8 a.m. and and I was so scared because I had just gotten there. It was like 6:30 p.m. on a Sunday night, and I was unpacking all my things and whatever, and then I literally had to be at school the next morning, and I was freaking out because I obviously did not know anyone. Anetta was not going to my school. She was going to a different school than me, so I literally knew no one. And so I showed up to school on the first day. I just followed the teacher that called my name, and then I figured it out from there. I do have a few vlogs from like the first few weeks of school, but I was like very shy. My first few weeks I tried to make some videos, but it was more of me just like talking about what was happening. I do have some videos I can link down below from like my first few weeks there that are just me like talking about what was going on. I asked Britt and Anetta and a few of my other friends. I just wanted to get kind of their first impression of me, I guess you could say. Like what they first thought of me when I first came. I also asked a few of my friends to send me a video about just like what they thought of me on the first day of school, like if they wanted to be friends with me, if they thought it was weird, you know. So I am going to insert those now. They're doing them in Norwegian, so I will put subtitles for you if you're English, but most of you are Norwegian, I'm pretty sure. So yeah.
Mitt første inntrykk av deg, det var kjempebra, og jeg så med en gang at dette kom til å bli et morsomt og spennende år for både meg og deg. Men siden du måtte dra så brått og tidlig, så fikk vi ikke gjort alt vi hadde planlagt at du skulle oppleve, men allikevel synes jeg at dette ble et kjempebra år. Hei, nå er det et år siden Ellison kom til oss for første gang. Vi møtte henne faktisk på flyplassen på Gardermoen og tok samme fly som hun opp hit til Finnsnes. Hun skulle være her et skoleår som AFS-student. Vi var så heldige at vi fikk lov å bli kjent med henne på sosiale medier i forkant. Så vi hadde jo en liten peiling på hva det var slags jenter vi skulle få i hus. Når vi først møtte henne, så skjønte vi med en gang hvem Ellison var ut av alle de studentene som var der. En veldig trivelig og blid og hyggelig, høflig jente, som var veldig lett å bli glad i. Vi hadde det veldig fint her, helt til å måtte dra hjem, alt for tidlig. Men det var korona som kom og ødela alt. Ellison var veldig lærevillig og hadde veldig lyst til å lære seg norsk. Så etter uke nummer 2 så ba hun oss om å bare snakke norsk hjemme. Vi måtte selvfølgelig forklare en del ord og uttrykk på engelsk, men jeg synes hun klarte å forstå ganske mye, og frem til jul så forstod hun alt vi sa på norsk. Og etter jul så begynte hun å snakke veldig godt norsk selv, og like før hun måtte dra hjem, så hadde hun lært seg å snakke norsk veldig godt. Så det var veldig synd at hun ikke fikk de siste 3 månedene her. Vi savnet Ellison veldig mye, og skulle ønske hun kunne komme på besøk veldig snart.
My first impression of Ellison was that she was very sweet. She was kind to everyone. She talked to everyone. I went to my friends with her, but it was like a big hype around her the first day because everyone was talking to her because she was the exchange student. But like a day or 2 after, we became very good friends. We talked a lot, and yeah.
So I want to just like update you guys on what life is like here. I am in school again. We went back to school at the beginning of August, but it's online school. We have not gone back to in-person school. I don't know when we will. They said maybe October. It might be like January. We don't know. So that kind of sucks because it's my senior year, so I thought it would be like fun, but I mean, obviously it's for the safety of everyone, so this is the best way to solve it, is for everyone to stay home and do school online. But one thing is that one of my classes is Spanish, which is like kind of hard for me right now because I am reading Spanish, and then when I have to like respond to things, I'm thinking of Norwegian responses, if that makes any sense. When my brain thinks second language, it thinks of both Spanish and Norwegian. So I get confused. One problem that I'm encountering right now is I feel like I'm forgetting Norwegian, because the hard part is that I can't like practice Norwegian. I mean, I could like talk to friends, but that's the most I can really do because firstly, no one in Arizona speaks Norwegian. There's no like Norwegian class I can take. I just don't want to forget it because I really I don't know what I'm doing next year for like college and stuff, but I really want to go back to Norway. I don't know if that's possible, but I at least want to visit like over summer or something, so I don't want to forget my Norwegian. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on how life is here. It's not as fun as life in Norway. Today, actually, my friends went back to school in Norway, and like everyone in Europe seems to be traveling and going to school and doing everything normally. The US is not that way right now. Every state in the US is handling things very differently. Some states are very opened up, some states are very closed down still. It just depends on the state, but with Arizona, a lot of stuff is still closed, but a lot of things like restaurants and stuff are open. Well, I don't know if you guys have seen on the news, but I saw on some Norwegian news things, they were talking about Arizona and how bad it is. So that's kind of embarrassing, but I hope it gets a little bit better sometime soon so that we can go back to school maybe next semester. I don't know. I will insert a few clips of things that I've been doing over summer. Me and my cousins went to we just rented a house in Payson. It's in like northern-ish Arizona, so we just wanted to escape the heat for a few days. That was fun. I'll insert a few clips of that. Also, we did like a senior sunrise thing the other day. I'll insert a few clips of that with my friends. But all in all, I haven't been doing much because I'm trying not to leave the house. We are going on a road trip today with our cousins. We rented a house. It's like 3 hours away from where we live, and wildfires right now are a big deal in Arizona because it's really hot, so everything kind of burns. So there's a few wildfires like near where we're going. So this is all burnt from the fire. All the trees around, there's a nice little picnic table. It's so nice with all the trees, and the weather is so nice. It's like 70s. So this is gonna sound really pathetic, but
There's about 10 beds, and we're using 2 of them.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4,
sharing.
5, 6, 7, 8 beds just right here.
For the 4 of us.
For 4 people, and we are sharing. We're too scared to sleep alone. This is staring at us as we sleep. Hike time! I'm not taking my camera because I don't want to break it and drop it.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry guys.
Apologies.
I'll have to vlog on my phone.
Don't unsubscribe.
Don't
please.
Okay.
I'm telling you, the boys are back.
Playing 31. I will possibly not lose. Play with dollars, and then when you lose a turn, you fold your dollar. Once your dollar has all the folds, you throw it in the middle. So I'm not losing right now.
It's your turn.
Oh, hey guys. So we're at our sunrise thing. Everyone already left. It smells so bad. The field is all muddy. There's a trash can, and there's some muddy fields, and there's a Starbucks. We're at IHOP now. Hi! If you guys want to see some stuff from me that is possible for me to do right now, let me know. I will film stuff because I want to start putting more videos out so that you guys can kind of see more of what American life is like. Just I can't do American high school stuff right now. So I hope I can do some of that later in the year. I'm so glad I made all these videos last year because now I can go back and look at them. Some of them, like the beginning ones, are definitely a little bit cringy. A lot of them are because I was like really shy. I just like to go back and look at like clips because now I can just see like, oh, a year ago today I was at my first day of school or something like that. So it's cool to see. So thank you guys for watching. Annette sent me a little clip.
Hej vloggen.
Nu ska jag prøve snakke norsk. Jeg tror jeg har glemt norsken mine. Jeg vet ikke hvis det er riktig. Jeg husker ikke. Oh, this is my dog, Henry. I missed him last year. He was so sad when I left. Clearly.